Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope you had a nice time during the holidays. You spent quality time with your family and loved ones. A quick one, let me know if the sound is good. If you can hear me loud and clear, kindly put it in the chat so I know that I'm ready to go. Today we'll be doing something different. I'll be teaching you how to understand the opening price. Understanding the opening price. How did I come across this and what made me to start adopting it? I'm going to share with you also yesterday price action, how it played out, and from there we look at some analysis that we can take. Obviously, not all questions, like someone asked me, how do you know which opening price we hold? Well, that information is reserved. All right. We have someone in the chat already, Terry Sullivan. Yeah, I think the sound is brilliant, if that's what you mean. Casey Manbahako, yes. And then we have Elias. Elias Jr. says we can hear you. Beautiful. And also, let me know where you are chatting from. I like to know where you are chatting from, okay? That shows me that my voice, is getting across, way across Nigeria, and it's a pleasure to hear from you and to know you are from that beautiful city. All right. OM says A, as usual. You always say A. How are you? Okay, so without wasting time, I will just go to the chat and then I will come back to see what we have in the messages. So looking at the chat, I want to quickly talk about, let me just show you something on gold. You can see my markings on gold. If you watched the video yesterday, we were around this time yesterday. Let me go to the 1 hour where the arrow was pointed. You can see we started the live streaming by 2 o'clock here. Okay, you can see this is the candle, and I said do not buy yet, wait for price to get to this zone. Okay, that was where I drew this arrow on the 4 hour. Let me go back to the 4 hour. I said do not buy while this candle was printing, and I said this place will not be a really good place for me. Instead, I want price to tap in here. I drew this arrow down and then to push up. So as you can see, price later came in here. If you capitalize on this, good, but the goal for this is not simply for you to take live trades just like that. It's for you to understand what I'm showing you, okay, so that you can trust whatever I'm showing to you. You can trust this process, you can trust this strategy, because everything about trading is just you trusting your strategy, and that is what I bring. So there might be some markings that may not play out the way I intended to, but that is trading. And again, because price got to this place, do not mean you should just pull the trigger. Yes, you can pull the trigger, but most times as price approaches your zone, that is where your trading instinct comes in. All right, you start thinking. All right, you start thinking. There's some process that goes through your mind to tell you how to manage this trade. It's not just by buying. Okay, anybody can buy, anybody can sell, but a true trader knows how to manage the trade. How many positions am I opening here? If it comes deeper, how many positions will I add? Or altogether, should I even end this trade? If you start thinking and you feel that this level may not play out based on certain things that have occurred, remember, you should have some set of rules, all right, to guide you. Like me, I have rules to guide me, and I know that this level is a very strong level for me, and those in the VIP knows also. All right. So as a trader, you must constantly be thinking on how to manage the trade. As you are entering here, where are you heading to? Now, overall direction, I will come to the overall direction of this pair. All right. Gold, we'll come to that. I just wanted to show you that what I'm showing you is golden. Okay, so it's not about creating any fancy stuff whatsoever. The goal is simple. Use a simple strategy, understand that strategy, and then use that strategy to make money in 2024 with or without mentorship. All right. So understanding opening price, that is what I want to talk about today. Understanding opening price. Okay, how did I come about this? Obviously, probably if you are watching this, you might think what I'm showing is not new and all that. Yes, but I stumbled across it just by me backtesting different strategy. Now, when I was looking at the opening price, I mean, no, not the opening price. When I was looking at hidden base, there are two types of hidden base actually. All right, we have this first one here, when you have two bearish or bullish candle together. In this case, bearish, the low and the high, the low of the first one and the high of the second one. These are the most powerful point of interest you can ever think of. Okay, forget other blocks, forget the fair value gaps. These are the most powerful. I will show you why, and this is where I now refine this hidden base down to the opening price. Whether I gave it a good name or not, it doesn't matter. All right, the opening price that started the second candle within this hidden base is the key level. Okay, because I always thought to myself, why will I be trading with the zone when I can be precise with a particular price? Because this level is simply a particular price that you are going to make decision of. And what are the decisions you are making? Either price will reject off this and continue going lower, or close above it, retest and push higher. Simple as that. Okay, simple as that. Rejection. 1 minute. Is it that price coming here, reject and continue going lower, or price goes above it, retest and continue going higher? Simple. Now, if I extend this down to this point here, what can you see? You can see that when price came in, at first it didn't touch it, but where did it respect? Actually, we have something here. I will explain those type as well. We have something here, rejection, it went down. All right, but let me simply mark out what I'm looking at. I will explain the second type of hidden base. Okay, now in this case, price closed above it. This closing above this level is significant. Why? It's telling us that, look, we might continue going higher, but the next candle came, closed lower. This means, okay, probably price wants to retest some level in here to continue pushing higher. Because as this thing plays out, there's a lot of things going on in my mind as that when I started trading this. Okay, if price close a strong close above this, okay, and then all of a sudden price return back, what is pushing price down? In this case, there's nothing, but it will have a close. Then something in me will tell me, okay, maybe it wants to continue going higher once it touches this opening price. Now this is another hidden base. Yeah, okay, this is another hidden base. In this case, this is the bullish hidden base. Bullish, two bullish candle, the high of this and the low of this. That zone, as I said, is the most powerful zone. I don't know what anybody will say. Yeah, is down to argument. You can disagree with me, beautiful, no problem. But in my own opinion, they are the best areas. These are supply and demand. And supply and demand is simply also, you can use them as what? Support and resistance. For example, you can use the whole of this level as what? A support. If price comes back down, it turns to a support to continue buying. In this case, this is resistant here. Price went up, tap into the base and went down. Okay, you can use that supply and demand zones as support and resistance. But my question was, if I'm using the entire zone, there will be a lot of confusion, okay, in terms of how do I know that price has actually rejected this zone? Like here you can see two candles forming and then coming down. Is that rejection? Can I call that rejection? And how do I know if the zone will not hold? Like price closing above this first layer of the zone, this bottom side of the zone, does it mean that price wants to go higher, or must it close above this upper end? So there was a lot of confusion there, and that is why I now say, okay, in between this, somewhat an equilibrium price will be there. Okay, when I started using a Fibonacci to get the 50% of that range, and I used that. Okay, but what I realized is, as time goes on, instead of me using the Fibonacci, I noticed that most of the 50% usually lie close to the opening price. All right, as it gets close to the opening price, I decided to now start back testing with the opening price. Now the second type of hidden base is when you have a red and a blue candle, like in this case. Okay, red and blue, you can see this week. Now the reason why these hidden bases are powerful, they're powerful supply and demand zones. Okay, why? Because as I said in my first episode on this particular live streaming, is that during this week, when this week was created, when price was opened here, or when this candle was printed, it pushed high up to this point, came back down, price open again, push up. This push up is simply manipulation. Okay, and before you know it, price went down. If you look at the concept of order block, okay, you can now narrow this to this and say, okay, this is an order block. All right, everything, okay, boils down to, if you want to be accurate with your order block, in fact, don't mark the low, mark the opening price and then the entire candle, because price may still respect the opening price of this candle here, which is within the order block. So when I say that the hidden base is the most important point of interest you can ever think of, just take me for my word, right? Because you are here to learn and I'm here to give you value. So these are the two types of hidden base. We have on the bullish side here the wick. Okay, if only one candle has that wick, there's no problem. Just mark the length, the longer one, okay, from the opening price or the closing price, whichever one. So these levels are simply what I trade, but I make it simpler to understand by narrowing it down to a single what line. I narrow it down to a single line, which is easier to analyze. As I said, if you go through my London session opening strategy, these are simply what I'm marking within the opening, within the hidden base. I narrow it down to what the opening price, some of times you can call it the closing price, whatever it is, but I choose the opening price because that's what came to my mind. All right, because that is a move. When price opened here, it started this bullish move. So that is the most significant price. Okay, so these are the origin, okay, the origin of my my strategy. It all boils down to what? Opening price. And obviously I didn't create this hidden base, I came across it, but I just put a little spin on it. All right, I put a little spin on it, narrowing this entire week down to a single price, because it's easier to make decision of a single price than to make a decision of a zone. Like I said, how do you classify a zone is no longer working? Do you want price to close above it? And how do you know if a zone will hold? They are very difficult. But with the opening price, a close above it simply means you want to go up. Rejection, most likely you want to come down. Now, as time goes on, I was able to gather a kind of rules that will help me increase the win rate of this strategy. Okay, now let me take off all of this. Let me take off all of this and show you something. Like, if you go back, just go back in time, and then let's see how efficient this strategy is without including any rule, just by it respecting that zone. You can see here how much information would this have helped you if you know that this is the only point of interest you'll be focusing on, not instead of this other block. Wouldn't it be nice? Let me take off this. Wouldn't it be nice to simply wait for price to get here before you sell, than for you to get here and you start selling with a bigger risk exposure? All right, but you can see as it touches this, immediately it went back because it was willing to go down. If it wants to go up, it will simply get a close above and then we move. How convenient would that be to you? Just knowing that this helped me to mark this entire other block. Okay, why not just focus on just a single price so I can make decision of? Let's continue. Looking at here, you can see that level price was playing around, created a new one here, before you know price move up. How convenient would that be for you to look for a buy instead of looking at the entire other block here? Okay, these are questions you need to ask yourself, and I make trading simple. If you look at my mantra here, trading made easy. I simply want to make things simple. The simpler a strategy, the better. You don't need any fancy Fibonacci ratio or something that something must break. No fancy stuff. Simple decision: a close above buy, a close below sell. Very simple, because we are traders. We have to just make decision in real time. You can see these are price fluctuation. All right, just like that gold analysis I showed to you, you have to simply wait for price to get to your level. Now you can see price reacted here. Price reacted here. And you can see there's no close below. What happened? When you get here and see a close above, and again rejection from this, and also closing above this, this then becomes your support and resistance. Okay, a close above, came back, retest. Have you seen it? Came back, retest, push higher. Today I want to do a kind of teaching. Let me just show you what you need to understand. Okay, leave the idea of taking trades for now. That trade is a bullish trade. You keep holding it. All right, if you are in the trade, if you are not in the trade, you can open the buy now and keep holding, but your stop loss will be very huge. Okay, what I'm talking about is on gold, like on the 4-hour. Yeah, your stop loss will be very big. Okay, but it's a buy. It's a buy. At least we'll get to this opening price, then we get to this opening price. Don't forget this opening price. All right, there are a lot of them on the chart, though. We have ways of what eliminating some irrelevant ones. No, I'm not saying they are not irrelevant. Actually, less important. Let me just use the word less important. So let's go back to what I was showing you. And the fastest way for you to remember them are simply they are hidden base. Okay, so you can see price broke above this retest, rejected, is a sign that it wants to go higher. Okay, what happened there? Look at where the turning points on the chart. Just look at the turning point on the chart. Price got here, reject. Something should tell you he wants to go down. All right, price came down. This level here, he closed above. Closed above, rejected, tells you he wants to go higher. Though it didn't last long, it's normal. All right, in this case there was no, this was the all-time high. as at that time. Then price created something new, created a fresh hidden base here, and what happened? Price rejected from it and also closed below this. Are you seeing? This simply signal that it wants to go lower. All right, price went lower. We have this level here, though we have a tiny close, but we created a fresh one, buy sell. So price rejected from that sell and went down. Price rejected from here and went down. All right, where is it going down to? Back to this level. Okay, back to this level. Even though there's, for me, I wouldn't have considered this a strong level because it has been tested, but who knows, the market does what it needs to do. Within the lower time frame, you could have caught this. If you are not interested in the weekly here, if you go to your lower time frame daily, if I go to the daily time frame now, you will see that there's something new that happened. Okay, if I go up, scroll, you can see we have a fresh level here on the daily, which price respected. Okay, so take your time, go through all of this, make your decision around this opening prices. Then from there you can see price push up, close above this, retest, push up, and currently we are here. We are very bullish on this. If price wants to come down, okay, probably it might come back down to this level here. But we have a trade on our hands already, because on the daily time frame, we rejected all this. Okay, so hopefully we can take a scalping opportunity here. This is why I said we can buy from this level. Okay, and you can continue buying. Obviously you might take your profit off here, but if price decides to come lower, there will be a change. Okay, like so far we are bearish. All right, so far we are bearish on the daily. The daily has not confirmed a bullish trade yet. Okay, the daily has not confirmed a bullish trade yet. So this is simply an intra move or a scalping move. Okay, and where is price rejecting from? We are rejecting from here. If we can get a close above that, we may continue pushing higher. Okay, so these are the things you need to know. Your opening price, they are very, very important. All right, and obviously our best area to buy will be this level, to continue this bullish sell, because that is the level that is also close to the weekly. Okay, these are things you need to know. All right, so if you have any question, let them keep pouring in. So if you look at, I'm going back to the chart here, I see Black Gold says Lebanon. Black Gold, how are you? Kennedy says Nigeria. Terry says sorry, I have to go now. Phone call, catch the recording. Okay, no problem. I hope it's something important. All right, so now let's look at what we need to do. Yeah, I will keep explaining more on the opening price in the course of this live streaming. Okay, so first of all, the weekly rather is 1 minute. Okay, I wanted to buy from here. Okay, so the weekly is still bullish, but we are very close to a key decision. Either it will go lower or not, but notwithstanding, we follow the bullish price action. The monthly is obviously bullish. All right, and then the weekly is also bullish, but the daily is bearish. All right, so this simply means price wants to correct, either correct to this point or to this point. We are simply looking at correction here. All right, then from there, because the beginning of every trend, before a trend begins, it usually starts from the lower time frame or the lowest time frame. Like the daily, weekly, monthly, the daily time frame will be where the trend will start. For example, if this price keep pushing lower, before you know it, the weekly will turn bearish, then the monthly will also turn bearish. Okay, so for me, the most important time frame might be to focus on the daily. If you are an intraday trader, okay, you can just focus on the daily and then trade from daily zone to daily zone. Like here, for example, a close below this might tell us that, okay, price wants to get to this level. So you can see here now, price may want to get retest and then continue going lower to this point. We might end up getting to this point the way price is. But my friends, from next week, things will be very, very interesting, because by then a lot of directions will have been cleared, and then we will be able to focus more on swing trade. Okay, so first of all, let's look at the economic calendar. Someone will say, why am I looking at the economic calendar? The reason is simple. I'm not using it to base my decision. Okay, I only use it to know the volatility of the market. Okay, because during news releases, a lot of things happen. One of them is that the spread get increased. So you have to know, just in case you want to break even on this, especially on the sell trade, you have to be careful on your break even, because the spread will be increased during news releases. Okay, and on this particular day, I think we have gotten a release here, and then the last one, 2:30, in the next 3 minutes there will be another release based on the US dollar. Now remember, this week is non-farm payroll week. That is tomorrow, Friday, I believe. Today's date is what? Okay, today is Thursday, so tomorrow is Friday. Friday is non-farm payroll, so one has to be very careful within this particular week. That's why I say most of the time you have price not moving the way you want it to move, just because of the non-farm payroll coming in. Now after the non-farm payroll, you see things getting clearer and clearer, so this price may still find its way down here. So I'll be focusing on here, because the news might sponsor that push. All right, but I'm still on a solid point on this buy here. At least I might take my exit at the next opening price, okay, opposing to the direction. So with the forex factory, I don't look at it like in this case. Some people say, oh, it is green, that means US dollar is strong. They start looking for buy on Euro USD or sell on gold. When you start trading like that, I used to trade like this back then when I was introduced to trading. I used to trade like this, but it does not help, because fundamental analysis is useful if you're a long-term trader. Okay, when you see about this effect of this, now this 164k, the effect will not take place immediately. The effect will start in 6 months time, or you start seeing the effect in 6 months time. Okay, likewise every other data you are seeing here, the minimum time that fundamental news have an effect in the economy is 6 months time. Like if Feds are cutting rate, you see the effect in 6 months time. People will start feeling the policy. Okay, not immediately. We are traders, we trade what happens now. So what this release does is simply to give volatility, but the long-term effect of this is 6 months time. So when I noticed that, I started ignoring the result of news releases. Okay, and secondly, whenever you are doing back testing, you don't put aside your economic calendar and start doing back testing. No, you just test that strategy based on past data, and all this data, there was news. Okay, and you can see price respected the opening price even when there was news releases. So because of that, I simply pay less attention to the news, because I'm focusing more on what? Technical. I only use the news for volatility to guide me in my risk management, and in my placement of what? break even trades. Okay, so if you have any pair you want me to quickly take a look at, kindly let me know. All right, kindly let me know. And then, so what I'm going to do is I will pick some. Let's take a look at if this opening price do work with let's say UK FTSE. Let's analyze UK FTSE. Okay, now we can see this level here. Price finding it difficult to break through this. It pushed high. What happened here? Price closed above. This is an indication that the FTSE might push higher to the next level. Okay, now this is the next level here, which we are currently rejecting off. So one has to be careful here. We have one move from here to this, and then we have this entire level here, strong level. Okay, so on the monthly, as I said, if your monthly time frame is not too clear, because I will not work on this multiple move. Okay, I won't work on this. I want to work on a fresh move, but I have not seen a fresh move as a result of this cluster of data here. Okay, price just go down, up, down, up, down, up. So we have to now wait for a move, a rejection somewhat, okay, from any of this, a fresh rejection. So in that note, the monthly may not give me a good direction, okay, apart from maybe in the past, yeah, but that is too far for me. So what I will do is I'll simply go to the weekly. So take off all of this. So let's go to the weekly. On the weekly now, you can see it's clearer now. We have this push up here. Let me use the magnet. We have this push up here. I'm using this on index, all right? Even though I don't trade this, but just in case you want to fancy it, give it a try. This strategy works on all asset class, all right? We have a rejection here. Obviously we are bullish, and again we have closed above this level. Okay, so simply we are looking for bullish trades. So now you can go to your daily. This was a good one for us. If you have to take this, this is the best price to take. Now the second, in case price reject of this one and decide to come down, this is where you are buying again. Okay, so now on the daily, I think the daily is trying to push lower. Why? Because you have this rejection on the daily here. So in my opinion, we might expect price to go lower up to this point here. So for me, I will wait till we get to this level before I can add more position for a buy. Okay, yeah, and yeah, you can see how easy I have analyzed my trade without squeezing my chart like a lunatic. All right, some people do something like this. How do you read this? Because I realize that if I do a kind of market structure analysis, you are going to see both buy and sell at the same time on the same time frame, and that is confusion. I don't like confusion. I don't like complex things. I like simple things. 1 + 1 is 2. Let it be. All right. So that is why I've moved away from SMC trading. Not that it wasn't profitable to me. For me, I have my higher win rate in SMC. But the reason is that what I wanted is simplicity. I just want something simple. You wake me up from the sleep and say, look, Raba, analyze this particular pair. Where do you think this pair is going to? I take a look at it. Few minutes, I can tell you the direction. Okay, that is what I want. Not for me to, like you see here, for example, chalk. You look for chalk, and at the same time you are seeing a buy trade you are just being confused. If that has happened to you trading SMC, put it in the chat. You look at it one way, it's bullish. You look at it another way, it's bearish. So which one will you take? So if I can offer to you a strategy that can tell you if on the daily, we say bearish. So it all depends on you what to do with that information. It's not going to contradict itself that, oh, bearish and bullish. No, it's bearish. You keep selling. All right, you keep selling until it gets here. Then this is where I can buy. I can trust this area for a buy. Okay, just like gold. I analyzed gold that yesterday. So a very good place to look for a buy will be here as well. This is a fresh level from this rejection. We can get a fresh buy from here. So a quick one. If you are in the live stream, this is a setup for you for a buy. All right, price we push down and then we push higher. All right, that is UK 100. The FTSE, I just pray they are Rwanda. Okay, we have Japanese nickel. It works everywhere. All right, you can see a clear rejection from here on the monthly. So this is bullish. All right, and then if you go to your weekly, we are in a zone where we can look for buy. All right, now remember one thing about the opening price is that if you don't get the entry, simply wait. This was the best entry here, and imagine you catching the trade from here. Okay, I know someone say, oh, hindsight, if I saw this, if I've seen this, like I would have taken the trade. Simple as that. Now just in case you didn't take the trade, there's no problem. All right, there's no problem. The best area was to take a trade here. So all you need to do is simply wait for an opportunity. If there's a pullback, you can attempt a new one here. So what this strategy teaches me, okay, is to be patient. I have to be patient. Price will still do its thing. So in this case, if price come back down to this region here, let me just increase the zone. I know I'm working on the zone here. There are a bunch of opening prices in here. So if you want to get on this trade, you simply wait for price to come down here, and then boom, you continue buying. But remember, this was the best move. Now what I will be teaching you, okay, is to catch the best move. When you catch this and you break even here, just relax, take some partials, and then look for how to load up again. It's better that way. Okay, it's better that way than for you to start chasing trades. Okay, do not chase trade. So we have gone through two in the index. So now let's take a look at exotic pairs. Most of these pairs without the US dollar, though I really don't like trading them. Let's go back to the chart here. Isapere, oh, how are you? Isaiah, good day. Raba, please help update on what? Isaiah, kindly send me a Telegram message so that I can see if I can help you out. Send a Telegram update. Okay, Isaiah is one of the people in the VIP. Okay, send me a Telegram message, and after this live stream I will take a look at it, and then we can go forward. Now always take advantage of this. Don't be the type that you come to a live stream, just watch. Ask questions or tell me the pairs, because right now I will not be picking pairs randomly. Tell me the pair you want me to analyze, and I will gratefully do them. So now let's look at Euro USD before, maybe after that I can call it a day. Okay, since there are no questions, I'll simply call it a day. I've explained what I needed to explain today, so the rest is simply a bonus. So you can see now that, remember, bullish, we are bullish on the monthly. All right, we broke above all of this, price came back down to retest. This might be the beginning of the move, either a touch here or here. Okay, what will help us confirm is the lower time frame. Okay, so in that case we go to a lower time frame. I think the move have started already. So this was where it tapped on the weekly. I talked about this. If you go to my live stream, I told you the best place, check my last 2 live stream when I analyze Euro USD. This is the best place to have continued your buy. Okay, so in that case, that was the best move. But notwithstanding, if you are not in and today closes, this will be the next move. All right, that will be the next move. Okay, so if price comes in here, you can say buy. Once it comes to this opening price, you can say buy. Simple as that. So we have a buy opportunity again here. Okay, so that is that bonus for you. If you want to learn more on this, join the Telegram channel. All right, and again, if you want to really fast track your knowledge on this, sign up to the mentorship. All right, where you see me one-on-one. We'll be having our chat and I will be showing you how to navigate the forex market. Any question? Let's go back. Now we are this is what I want to see. OM says please analyze USD card. Yes, this is what that's the reason why I came up live here, so that you tell me the pair you want me to analyze and I will simply use the strategy and analyze it. All right. Okay, Isaiah was talking about update on GJ. Okay, on my OBS studio here, there's a love icon that blocks the last word, so I couldn't see that. Okay, GJ. All right, I will do that really quick. GJ. What we were looking for on GJ, quite unfortunately, did not play out. Okay, let's take a look at it. Okay, so first of all, let's look at proper analysis. All right, my instinct here is telling me price wants to get here, okay, before it can start the bearish play, because this pair is indicating a form of bearish movement, but this move didn't come from the opening price. All right, on the monthly. So we go to the weekly. Likewise on the weekly, we add this, we created this. Let's look at the daily. So if I want to take a trade there, I can take an anticipation trade there. Okay, open for this level to reject. All right, because every indication is pointing down to a bearish move. So right now price is here. If I go to my day 4 hour, I can refine that area to this level. So we can wait for price to get here first before we can attempt a sell. So this is what I say on GJ. GJ isn't that clear because there's no clear rejection from the higher time frame. All right, so as a result of that, personally I will have passed on this. I will not take a trade on this because it's complex. It has not given me exactly what I'm looking for. Remember, do not force your strategy on a particular pair. If it does, if your strategy is telling you this isn't clear, let it be. Okay, that is part of trading. If it's not clear, if you attempt buying, this is where you get losses. Okay, once something is not clear for you, simply let it be. Look for another pair. In this case, someone said let's look at USD card. You go to your USD card and then you look for an opportunity there. Okay, look for an opportunity there. So on USD card here, we have this rejection on the monthly. We also have this rejection here. So this is the latest rejection. We started from here and we ended here. So this is the latest. Probably this move might have ended here. All right, this move might have ended here. So in that case, we're not that clear, like in between. So you can go to your weekly. On the weekly, we have this fresh level here. So price is rejecting of that. So daily, we are rejecting of this. But take note, if you are buying, be careful in here. So I will not buy until price close above here. Okay, I will not buy because this is simply a rejection, a resistance. So if price reject from here, okay, it simply means we want to go lower, but you can see we are still rejecting of this. So in this case, it's favoring more of a bullish push. But I now, since I came to the party late, let me just put it that way. When you come to the party late, you simply sit and wait for an opportunity. Okay, do not assume that price should break this level. It doesn't work that way. So in this case, both GJ and USD card, you simply wait for more information. Hopefully next week or non-farm period will give you a good information. Then you ride on that. You run away with that. All right. So for those two pair, kindly relax. Royal says, good day, coach. How much is your mentorship? Just check my chat. Check my website rather. We have $100 monthly. If you want to save more, you can lock in a longer term. That is 3 months, you save 30%, also $30. So 6 months you save more, a year you save 50%. So it all depends on what you want, but the minimum monthly mentorship is $100. Roya also says, because I'm interested, yes, I would like you to come in, give it a try. Please, can you display your Telegram? How can I display? It's in the description. Go to the description of this video. You are going to see my link to my Telegram. All right, and to shoot me a message is that, let me point it out. My Telegram is at so you want to send me direct DM, just search this. I am Raba Fx. Then my Telegram channel is simply Raba Fx. Okay, you can see it in the description of this video, and if you can't see it there, let me know in case I did not put it. Okay, let me know. Okay, I think that is MetaTrader. I have some trades on. Okay, so I think we should end it here. It's not every time we run into over an hour presentation. Okay, so on that note, we'll see tomorrow. And then we learn more. You make money with Raba Fx. I can guarantee you that. Okay, remember, what I'm sharing with you is not financial advice. So do not come and sue me tomorrow and say Raba told me to buy, I bought and I lost everything. Okay, remember, trading is all about risk management. You manage your risk. We are working on probability, and you find a way to put the odds in your favor.